Do my eyes deceive me? Do we have another trailer of the best wrestling promotion today? A full breakdown of AEW Jungle Boy gameplay? What a time to be alive. What's poppin' with y'all boys? It's your boy Hal Bush, and I'm back with another video. Um, Today we're gonna be reacting to AEW Jungle Boy gameplay. And I'm kind of excited because it's been a while since we've actually had a good ass wrestling game on console. WWE, it fell off when it hit with 2K, when they did a collaboration with 2K, because all them WWE 2K games is straight trash, like garbage. If I had to choose between like a 2K that was like actually decent, I'd probably say 2K19. That's when that boy AJ Styles finally debuted in the first ever WWE game. But now, I would say back in the day, probably the best wrestling game back in the day would probably be SmackDown versus Raw 2006. No cap. It was just like everything, like the whole dynamics, and like there was different like grappling styles and like the way like with submissions, it was unique. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like the submission like mini game, like I like today's like submission like little gameplay of it rather than what back in the day. But like the matches back then were crazy. The parking lot match for 2006 was lit. Um, there was like a bar fight for 2006, and the roster was just more lit. It was a while. It's been a while since like, bro. It's been a while since I played with like using like Tajiri. Like imagine like having Tajiri today in wrestling games, just throwing up green mist. And the game developers, it was with THQ and Ukes. And Ukes is a better company rather than 2K. But hopefully this trailer Jungle Boy lives up to what it seems to be, and hopefully it will be good.
Hello wrestling fans, so we have our second look at the gameplay for AEW's upcoming console game, which was shown as part of AEW's 2-point show, episode 5. In this footage we have our first look at Jungle Boy, who's in action with Darby Allin. The teaser starts off with an in-depth look at Jungle Boy's in-game model, much like we saw with Darby around a month ago. Jungle Boy's model looks really good, his face scan looks spot on, and in my opinion it's 100% accurate. Moving on to his attire, you can see the great detail on it, with different materials for each layer. Jungle Boy's hair also looks realistic and does not seem to have the problems which has burdened 2K models in the past, where the hair lacks texture. From this model, I think it's safe to say that AEW games have toned down the more cartoony approach that was seen in the original console trailer that featured Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. One thing I would note is how the heavyweights will look in this game. Will the heavyweights still have that exaggerated look? So far we've only seen smaller wrestlers in actual gameplay. Next we get our first look at a wrestler's entrance. It's only brief, but we do see Jungle Boy coming out the entranceway, and what I really like about this is the nameplate, which looks very much accurate to what we see on TV. The nameplate contains the wrestler's name, social tag, win-loss record, and above the name is a little note about.
So if I'm Darby Allin and I pin Jungle Boy and I do another match and then does the entrance, is it gonna say 0-1? Like, are the matches actually gonna like determine, like actually count, like with records? That's new. That's actually pretty lit.
About the wrestler, which would be awesome if this note could be customized. Onto the ring action, Jungle Boy hits a sequence of moves on Darby Allin. I think the gameplay looks really fun. It's a mix of sim and arcade, which does coincide with AEW's fast-paced match style. You can see this game takes a ton of inspiration from games like Here Comes the Pain and No Mercy. What I really like is the fluidity that the gameplay seems to have. It allows move sequences to look seamless, letting a wrestler quickly transition from one move to another. There does seem to be some slight stuttering on the gameplay, but this just looks like a minor issue, being that the gameplay has been recorded from an unfinished build. I'm sure this will be ironed out before release. Jungle Boy's hair in game does look like it could have a little bit more movement, as it looks quite static in this frame. The final thing I noticed from this second gameplay is there has been some changes made to the Dynamite arena. There are some differences between this arena and the first gameplay reveal. If you look up at the top of the arena, we now have the AEW Games logo around the arena banner instead of the Dynamite logo. I'm unsure whether this was just added, being that the reveal was posted on AEW Games YouTube channel, or if this change will be present in the final game. I would prefer if they kept the Dynamite graphics on the banner, as this is more real life accurate. It could just be that work is ongoing to update the arena to match the current Dynamite graphic style, as the previous footage had Dynamite's original graphics and the AEW Games logo are just a placeholder. So to sum up, I'm really excited for this game and what Yuks are putting together. I can't wait to see more gameplay in the future. From what we've seen, the game looks quite far on in development, so I'm wondering when this game will get released. I know the initial rumour was early 2022. It begs the question, I know the game looks quite far on in development, so I'm wondering when this game will get released. I know the initial rumour was early 2022. It begs the question, could the AEW video game be released before WWE 2K22, which is set for March? Maybe the games will go head to head. But what do you think? And what do you think of the gameplay you've seen so far? Are you excited for it? Let me know your thoughts.
I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be mad weird with WWE 2K22 because half of like the roster from like 20 is not gonna be in it. Like you're gonna see everybody in here. Like mad people got released from WWE, and like a lot of people asked for the release. I think it was like over 20. So you're gonna see like over like 20 ex-WWE superstars that were like literally in the game like 2 years ago and like was in WWE this year being AEW video game. It's already happened in like IRL too. Like they got released and like they were just on AEW TV like right off like next week. That happened with Aleister Black. Now he's Malachi Black. We seen the man fucking kick Biggie on SmackDown. 2 weeks later he gets released, and then 2 more weeks later you see him on AEW. Adam Cole. He was just with NXT like a month or two ago. Had his last match with Kyle O'Reilly. Boom. Makes his AEW debut. Next week later. It's like, bro, it's just so weird seeing like, and especially with CM Punk too, bro. Like, he has his own entrance again, like cult of personality, I guess, which he owned, which is pretty badass. And he has a shirt that he had in 2012, like similar, same color and everything, but the logo is a little different. But it's actually interesting. If I had to say, like, top 5 people that I want to like use in the game, I mean, we already know we got to use CM Punk. We got to use Adam Cole. I'm gonna count the Young Bucks as one. So Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. I ain't gonna lie, that man, hey man, Page, low key might be broken. He might actually be a problem. Um, yeah, with that buckshot, that's probably like the best clothing I've seen since JBL. This game about to be so fucking lit. And then we got Demon Slayer. Oh, bro, yo. There's so many games, bro, that's gonna be coming out, and I'm gonna be playing it on current gen. I'm not about to get it on fucking next gen, bro, because I ain't paying fucking 70 goddamn dollars. No, I ain't got money like that. But yeah, but everything with AEW is just everything that they're doing is just great. It reminds me of TNA back in the day, and TNA was lit as fuck. Like bro, like the X Division, bro. That shit was so lit. Aces and eight, bro. And then my nigga Chris Sabin winning the world title, bro. Chris Sabin. I never actually thought they would actually make him a world champion, bro. But yeah, AEW. I hope it's not gonna change like how WWE be changing, bro. I just can't wait for this game to come, bro. And I'm gonna fucking spank people's asses, bro. About to fucking buckshot Larry niggas. I'm about to one wing angel niggas. About to Meltzer drive niggas. But yeah, man. Trailer look good. Everything about it look good. Graphics, they look alright so far. I mean, it's only a beta so far, but once actually the game comes out, it's actually gonna look lit. If you guys like this video, and if you guys like AEW, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, comment who you want to be. Who's gonna be your first person that you're gonna use? Who's gonna be the jobber? Yeah, man. I'm gonna catch y'all boys on the flip. Jana.